Let me go to defense attorney Debra Opri. Debra, what do you think of the prosecution's closing argument today?
Well, like Sonny, I have that personality, that, style in court. But when you're dealing with a criminal matter, you have to be cold turkey. And this gentleman, Mr. Walgren, I was very impressed because, like a surgeon, he presented every piece of evidence, and he presented it like a map, a table of contents. He discussed every piece of evidence, where it fit in, how it played out. He took the testimony of all of the witnesses, pro and con, and he ratcheted it up when he got to the key witnesses that the defense would have to lean upon in proving the reasonable doubt. And he actually really decimated them, especially that key propofol witness. In the end, I think this is going to be an easy conviction, but the jurors, you have to remember, do not take closing arguments as evidence. They take it as a summation of the evidence that has already been presented and which they have already taken notes on.
Right. And my summation as an amateur, I'm not a pro like you guys, but I'm watching this thing trying to look at it as a jury member, as somebody who doesn't really understand all of this, and I thought that the prosecution made even the most complicated things as simple as possible. Yes. And didn't overdo it. He didn't talk me to death. He just laid it all out, bam, 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 in this great arc of a story. Yeah. And late this afternoon, of course, the defense got it shot. They argued there's no way that Conrad Murray should be found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. Let's walk in Hollywood. Debra Opri is a defense attorney. All right, so Showbiz Tonight reached out today to the judge's office, to Lindsay's rep, even Playboy magazine, about this grace period that Lindsay was granted by the judge. Nobody's talking, but listen to what the judge said when she handed down Lindsay's sentence for violating probation yesterday.
Now, you are to surrender within 1 week. I understand that you have some work lined up. You are to surrender by November 9th in person to the CRDF, that's the women's jail.
Some work lined up. Debra, would you be at all surprised if the work that the judge mentioned had to do with the Playboy shoot, and that's why Lindsay got a 1-week break?
Yes. In fact, if it's an earning capacity job and she has that contractual commitment, I think the judge did her yet another favor. I mean, I've been going through all the details of what's been going on with her with the women's shelter. They didn't want her. Only the morgue will take her. She has to now check in with the court every month. It appears to me that the judge is bending over backwards to keep such a tight leash on her now so she can fulfill her commitments to the state of California, that not many people get those kind of services from the state that Lindsay is getting. So, good for her. Yeah, I mean, I guess she lucked out with this judge who does seem very firm about her wishes for what she wants Lindsay to do. And maybe, as I said, giving her structure is exactly the right thing. And today, we had Lindsay's mother, Dina, revealing some brand new details about Lindsay's Playboy shoot. She gave a brand new interview with The Insider, and she said it will be tastefully done. And when she was asked if there is full frontal nudity involved, Dina said this: she's been working in front of the camera with Ford models since she was a little girl, so she kind of knows how to work that. Look, I know Lindsay needs to make money, Debra, but if the judge really did delay her jail check-in date by a week so she could get her Playboy shoot done, I don't know. There just seems to be something very ridiculous about that scenario to me. Well, most judges, when you're going into a sentencing, most judges are going to say, how much time do you need to get your affairs in order? And if Lindsay walked into court and the judge already was told she's got a contract, she's got to satisfy this contract, it's only a week, it's really no problem for the judge to say, okay, you've got a week, because when you delay sentencing or having to turn yourself in, it is not something that is an extraordinary, exceptional thing. Lindsay was not treated any different in that respect, and a contractual obligation in many respects is a contractual obligation. People do have time to get their affairs in order. Yeah, and then, of course, there's the idea that she may check into jail, even though she's sentenced for 30 days, check out immediately because of the overcrowding. To me, that would be showbiz injustice. Debra Opri, I thank you very much. That's a new LA occurrence for me. Thanks. Yeah. All right.